This summer he was performing one day in the show at Warwick Castle, and a woman who was there had her phone out videoing the show, like lots of them do. Quite like the look of him because he's a handsome chap. And
he's all right. He's all right.
Put up on her TikTok, "Someone find me this man." And
The power of TikTok.
It went absolutely viral.
Got about to 13, 14 years of age, and I got a chance of riding as a knight in a show, just by chance. Now I didn't know how to joust. I didn't know how to do anything. I had a group of stunt team keeping their horses here overnight from Wales, and they rocked up one morning and said, "Look, we've got a show today at the castle down the road, but we're short of a rider." My mum volunteered me, said I had to say I was 16. And off I went to do my first ever show as a knight, and I remember it so clearly. I was the Red Knight, and I rode an ex-racehorse called Sam that just basically ran off with me for the whole show, and I couldn't stop, but I stayed on. So I sort of trained with them as a teenager, and then I started my own company about 15, 20 years later. So I think always in my psyche there's been the thoroughbred thing. And I love them. And I think most of my early years of Knights of Middle England, nearly all the horses were thoroughbreds. So I think over the years, gosh, we've had a good sort of 20 or 30 thoroughbreds over the years.
Definitely,
I think that have always been a key part of the team.
Some came straight from racing.
Yeah.
You get a lot that go from racing into polo, and then came from polo to us as well.
It's a show. It's not a reenactment of how it had to be exactly in the day. It's a piece of theatre. So we enjoy the speed, and we want to wow the crowd with the speed. So with that, the thoroughbreds tick that box straight away. Then you have to stop and quickly turn at the end of an arena and spin round and go back the other way to challenge your opponent. Again, the thoroughbreds are, a nice short compact thoroughbred that will stop quickly, spin round, use its form, its build to then spring off to go down the other way. Ticks that box.
They're very good at not being bothered by other things, what's going on. I mean, you saw the show here today, there's everything, there's public, there's sound, there's lights, there's pyros, and they don't seem to be bothered by anything like that, which is, for us and our jobs, it's ideal.
Each horse is individual, and each horse is treated on their individual basis of what they can and can't do. So some of our horses that do the shows just do the shows. Perhaps the ones that are a bit hotter and a bit fierier will just be used for the shows. And then so this time of year now, going into the winter, they're then off on holiday and they have a nice break, and we've got fields where they'll just go and be a horse for the winter, big herds turned out, plenty of hay and left alone to have a nice winter holiday. And then we have some that stay and work and cross over and do a bit of the teaching as well. So they'll be in the school, for example, we've got one today that's doing jousting lessons. So she'll go out there, Picasso, and do the shows, but also she can, with a good rider, help teach people to learn to joust as well. So it really depends. The horses come first above anything else.
They have to.
They have to, because
without them,
well, yeah, they are what our company is built on. We are nothing without our horses.